What's up, everybody? 80sHero here. Today's video is going to be a Diaochan guide. Diaochan just had a little bit of a rework, and she got a little bit of she got some buffs. So with that included with the new enchantments, I think that Diaochan is a very strong mage in the meta right now. Diaochan, they just recently gave her a passive that if she's out of combat for I think 7 seconds that she gets a shield around her. Now this shield protects you against every single next instance of damage from an enemy hero. So not minions or anything like that. Not any NPC objectives or anything like that. It has to be from an enemy hero. So what that means is if it's an auto attack or an ability, it doesn't matter. It's just the next instance. So the next auto attack or the next ability, it blocks you. I believe fully 100% from it. So with that being said, this is really strong and synergizes so well with her ultimate because her ultimate is she stands there and channels an AoE slow and a lot of damage around her. You can channel it for a long time too, so it synergizes well. Old Diaochan, as soon as she ulted, people used to instantly just be able to stun her. You know, anyone who had any stun could stun her. Now, with that being said, is when she channels her ult, if she has her passive shield, if you try to stun her, if you only have one stun, like let's say Crixie only has one knockup, one CC ability, then you can't stop Diaochan with that ability. What you have to do is you either have to auto attack her or use an ability first. Okay. So with that being said, this passive shield is strong, but it can be stopped by just an auto attack. It can be like removed with an auto attack. So what you have to do now is you have to auto attack and then stun, which still is a little bit of time. It still makes it strong. They changed Diaochan's S1. It doesn't it used to root if you hit them twice with it, I believe. I didn't play Diaochan before, so I'm just playing Diaochan now. So if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. But I believe that the S1 was the AoE slow. It did damage and slows. I believe that if you hit them twice with it within a certain amount of time, that it would actually just root them, which would set up your freeze, your S2 pretty well. But they took that away. But I feel like they changed the ult so that it always does damage in the entire AoE. Before it used to be random RNG, like snowballs used to hit the ground and do damage. Now it's more consistent, which makes Diaochan more consistent of a hero, which makes her viable in my opinion. So I've talked about her ult, I've talked about her passive, I've talked about her S1. Her S2 I believe is the same. It's you get 2 instances of it, you put it down, and then after like I think it's like a full second, it actually activates and it freezes anybody in it. You actually do more damage to frozen targets, just so you know. Okay. With that being said, let's just get right into the video. So this is my build. I go Pierce Boots. I never build Orb of Magi. I rarely build Orb of Magi anymore, and then Magic Pierce Boots. I go the shield for enchantment, the shield Veda, and then my first on the blue was just the Arctic Orb passive, as you can see, obviously. I feel like the shield on the Veda makes her a little bit more tanky, so this makes her more viable because she lacks mobility. She has no mobility, so it's a very hard mage to play because of the lack of mobility. So I feel like going the shield is the way to go. You can also go the one that does damage. I don't know. Like I said in my last video, guys, I don't know the name of enchantments yet. But the shield is nice. It makes you a little bit more tanky to make up for your lack of mobility because you're gonna be taking damage. As you see, I just got shot, so real lack of mobility. So level 1 is my standard. Clear the wave so that we get level 2 as fast as possible. I'm just going to zone out the enemy Kali so that I can clear the wave first. This is really important. I'm not trying to get the kill or even necessarily do damage. I'm just trying to zone the enemy Kali out of the wave first so that I can clear the wave first and I have priority on the rotation. So they play a little bit too aggressive, so I'm actually just going to do a lot of damage here. I'm actually going to pick up the first blood. They flicker. I'm going to flicker. One more auto attack, first blood. You have to be very careful about playing against Diaochan. People are sleeping on this hero because they haven't seen much of it. And she's only stronger now. Unfortunately, I do have mana problems when you spam abilities, but I'll sacrifice a full mana bar for a kill any day. Especially in the early game. So we're going to clear the wave. We're going to pick up the I don't know if I actually back here. Yeah, he wants to take the Sentinel, so I don't back here. I pick up the health and the mana regen from behind the tower. You gotta be using these as much as possible on Diaochan because she's so mana dependent right now. We're gonna go ahead, get the slow. He gets the knock up. They don't have flicker because they used it when I got the first blood on them, so that's another easy kill. Just gonna rotate towards the objective with my teammates. He doesn't want to do this because his two reasons. Because his jungle's up and because they're around. So it's risky to do it. So we might as well just take everyone go back to their lane and just keep farming. Dragons are really not worth it in this meta. They've nerfed them yet again. I believe they've nerfed them the past I don't know how many patches, but the golden experience is not really worth it. Much better just farm your lanes and play safe. It's definitely not worth it if it's risky at all. If you can easily get it without any risk, it's actually worth it. So right here we get a double kill. We get the slow into the double freeze, into the ultimate. As you can see, a lot of damage. Your ultimate actually does slows the, everyone in the AoE too. So Diaochan just has a lot of utility right now. We're gonna get the freeze. We're gonna get the slow into the freeze on Tara. Another freeze. And we pick up another kill. We're 2-0-3 at 3 minutes, so that's 5 kill participation in 5 minutes. That's really good. We're on the right track to snowballing. Snowballing is Diaochan. Get it? Because she's ice. So we're just going to go back, clear our mid. I want to back, but I see that my wave's crashing. I'm going to pick up the mana. I'm going to get mana from leveling up too. I saw that I was about to level up. So I'm just going to clear this wave as fast as possible. We're going to slow her. She flickers, but we're going to just freeze behind her so she gets frozen. We pick up the kill again. I hope that doesn't show up. Okay, cool. It doesn't show up. Reading text messages. Forgot to put do not disturb on. Noob mobile game real. So we're back because we have mana problems. So we go back to lane. We're 2-0-4 at 4 minutes in the game. We have 6 kill participation out of 8. I hope you guys don't hear that. I'm sorry. I don't want to do anything just yet though. Like put my do not disturb on. Unfortunately, they invade without me. It's pretty risky. So our Lindis actually ends up dying. I get the freeze and the ultimate off. So we actually pick up a return kill. Diaochan is extremely strong if you play her right. We get another freeze. And so 2 kills. 2 kills because of the plays we're making, guys. Gonna go ahead and slow her. She doesn't have flicker. So we're going to get yet another kill. If you position correctly with Diaochan, she's very strong. Now, if you're not positioning correctly with Diaochan, she's very weak, okay? There's 2 things that make Diaochan viable. If you're good at positioning and if you can land the skill shots. Because just like Grak, right? He has no mobility and he's not very meta at all. But if you position correctly and you can land your hooks, Grak is actually a very strong pick. So right now we're just going to clear the wave again. And then we're going to rotate up to help our jungler, or help the enemy side laner invading their jungle. We're just going to burst him down so he loses his rogue shield. I flicker. I should have used my S1. I don't know if I clicked it and it just didn't go off. I mean my S2. I clicked my S1. I wanted to use my S1 and then actually the tower would have died. So we kind of waste our flicker for no reason, but it's fine. We're so far ahead right now. 3-0-6 at 5 minutes and 30. Sorry, 3-0-8 at 5 minutes and 30 seconds. So our kill participation is 11 out of 14. So we're pretty much in every single team fight. Of course, there's going to be kills in the side lane, etc., that you're not going to be able to be a part of. So right now we're just choking out their jungle. We should be pressuring more. We're pressuring their tier 2 on top lane instead of pressuring mid lane. It's fine, I guess. But we do want to get this mid-wave tower down as fast as possible. It'll really open up the map for us. My team's diving, so I'm going to kind of dive with them. I don't want to dive too far because I don't have mobility as Diaochan. He flickers, but we're going to slow him and get the... We didn't get that freeze off. I'm going to ult to help kill the Rorik. And I'm going to move as fast as possible. As you can see, the enchantment from the shield gives us movement speed. It's really good against Kali. I missed my S1, but I know Zane's going to get the kill anyway. So right now we have full map control. It's 18-2 at Not even 7 minutes into the game. Get the freeze on Tara. I have no mana for any spells, though. I'm just going to slow her so that our Malik can get away because he was pretty low. Go back to the base. Get healthy. So Diaochan just had, like, the way the enemies have to play against the Diaochan, you have to play a lot safer. It's very dangerous to check bushes against Diaochan. If you get frozen, that freezes a long time. Especially if you get double froze. You get double froze. You get frozen twice. We're just going to clear our mid lane. And then we're going to rotate up as fast as possible. I probably could just drop. Yeah, I'm going to drop that minion. I'm not going to go for it because our team is fighting. I see that the fight's already over. So I'm going to go back and clear this minion. They're at their enemy blue. We should just be pushing mid at this point because it's only Elsu defending. But they want to go for the kills, which is fine. We're just snowballing super hard. I force Elsu to use his ult there. It is a very low cooldown ult, but it's still good to have that on cooldown. So the next time we see him, if it's within a short amount of time, that he has no escape except for flicker. I make a huge mistake here. I should have flickered up or down. Instead, I flicker in a straight line, and Callie hit me, and I get sniped. Mistake. I thought they were gonna. I guess like you can't assume that the enemy knows that you have flicker. So that was a mistake on my end. I get the freeze here, and then I use my ultimate. That's enough damage for our team to end up killing her. Maybe not. Unfortunate. I get the double freeze onto their enemy support lumber, and we're able to get the kill. As you can see, my S1's doing a pretty decent amount of damage right now. I have my boomstick up. I don't know if I have my frosties just yet. But once I get that frosties up, they're not going to be able to move after I use my S1 on them. I'm going to get the freeze. I'm just going to ult. Able to do a lot of damage on the Tara too. We kill the Elsu because he didn't have his ult. I should have waited to use the second freeze, my second S2, where I using my S1. I actually might have been able to pick up the kill. But instead, I'm going to slow the lumber. We're finally going to take a high ground tower. We should have done this a long time ago. We're so far ahead that there's no reason for this. Able to pick up the kill on the lumber. We're 6-1-12. I'm just going to flicker in an ult for style points at the end. And that's just, you kind of want to snowball as Diaochan. If you don't give them a chance to organize and be able to play the game correctly, then it's fine. Diaochan excels in picking people off, unless it's a team fight where the enemy's grouping up. Against good players, they're not gonna be grouping up, and you're not gonna be getting 5-man freezes and stuff like that. We didn't get the MVP, but I believe we did. Yeah. I think Zane did 28% damage. We did 27. So we did pretty much the same amount as Lindis. Way more than everybody on the enemy team. So that's pretty good against Diaochan. She does a lot of damage, but she's also pretty utility based. So yeah. So Diaochan excels in just picking single targets off, especially if you have another teammate with you. Very good ganker. In team fights against good teams, they're not going to be kind of clumped up for you. So Diaochan, it's a little bit harder for Diaochan to do team fights. However, if you end up, a teammate ends up getting a stun and you can capitalize by getting a freeze on top of that, then you can actually do very well in team fights. With that being said, guys, I think I covered everything, her pros and cons. Pros, the new buffs make her meta to her, I would say meta. She has a lot of utility. She can bully, as you can see, I got first blood one-on-one. She can bully out the enemy mid laners. Cons are that she has like no mobility. And if people know how to play against her, they can kind of get rid of her shield pretty quickly and then stun you. So your ultimate is kind of very hard to use. You need a lot of CC, a very heavy CC team, I feel like, to make Diaochan actually viable and meta. With that being said, hope you enjoyed this guide. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to have another one coming out tomorrow. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that you get notified when my videos come out. I appreciate you all. And until next time, have a great day.